Reports coming into 7 News just before news time confirm that there was a fatal shooting in the city at about 6 p.m.
The past weekend claimed 4 lives, and tonight there is a 5th murder.
4 people were murdered in 20 hours in Belize City this weekend. It is a record and the worst.
4 are murdered, 2 men, a woman, and a minor. There are 2 murders to report tonight in the old capital.
Giovanni Chi, known to friends and music lovers in Belize and across the world, was murdered last night.
The
city resident was marked for death.
King, George, and Berkeley Street. 3 persons are dead
There are
since
2
Friday,
murders to
and
report
3
on
more
tonight,
are
both in rural areas. One in San Antonio Village in the Kaya district, the other in the Bladen area in the
There is a
Toledo
heinous double
district.
murder to report tonight. A mother and her daughter were cold-bloodedly shot this morning at their house in Carmelita Village on the Northern Highway.
Of stepping out of line shall have the full force of the law come crashing down upon his head.
Close to £1 million of onions are rotting in fields in northern districts. They are worth millions of
We have
dollars.
already lost 200,000 pounds. Right now, we are asking the government or any department that has to say about this.
It has been 5 days since Westline took over several bus runs. Belize Electricity Limited will be in government hands by Tuesday morning. Today, the private sector, through the Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry, has lashed out against the expropriation of Belize
The phone
Electricity
company
Limited.
Telemedia is back under the control of the Ashcroft
But later
Alliance.
in the dead of the night, Karen Bevins entered the building while Boyce and Smith were barred from entering.
Prime Minister Dean Barrow went to the House of Representatives to take over BTL.
The Ninth Amendment to the Constitution was tabled today in the House of
The
Representatives.
Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry, BCCI, has issued a stern release against Prime Minister Dean Barrow to withdraw the proposed
So far,
Ninth
the
Amendment to the
PUP,
Constitution.
the Chamber of Commerce, the Council of Churches, the Ashcroft Alliance, and the Bar Association have made public their
In the
opposition
latest report on Belize
to the
issued
Ninth
yesterday,
Amendment.
the IMF has warned about growing poverty. The
Recent
report
statistics on the
warns that a
performance of the
recent
tourism
rise
sector in the third quarter of this year indicate that cruise tourism in Belize is on a steady decline.
To report on the financial front. Belize's foreign currency credit score was downgraded by Standard & Poor's in early
real
August
problem,
following government
which is
acquisition
that
of
rice
Belize's
producers are in serious problems, so much so that the country's single largest producer
What
says
government has done
he's
right now,
shutting down.
I would say we'll wait another 30-40 years before we will see ourselves sufficient in rice again.
I don't know that it's ever been this bad.
It is safe to say that at this time of the year, consumers traditionally spend more.
And if you're feeling the pinch of high prices, the Statistical Institute says that between February and October, consumer prices increased by an average of 1.2%. Prices rose by...
People have this perception that we are incompetent in government, and 9 times out of 10 they're correct. 9 times out of 10 they're correct. 9 times out of 10 they're correct.
We are incompetent in government. We are incompetent in government. We are incompetent in government. We are incompetent in government.